Yeah, I think you see you said something, but when you watch that period compared to now, they were a team. When I say they were a team, you could see them together. But in this team, I don't see there's a huge gap. I mean, look at the level of the keeper and then the level of the striker. They are in different worlds. So they are not together. And I think that's where football has gotten to now. That it goes beyond just teamwork. It goes beyond just having a good name or being a star player. The team has to work. There has got to be people fighting for each other. But we don't have that in this team. Before you could have Asamoah Montari, but that has been the Black Stars problem since Kevin Prince Martin came in and we started having problems with money and all that. That's when the team
How you
destroyed.
think Kevin brought in the money
Oh,
problem?
yeah, I mean, it's when he came in that we started having those problems.
No, you could also interpret it another way. Somebody would say that Kevin Prince Boateng and Co. There were strong characters who were willing to speak up and challenge the status quo. Because there was a time when players would not receive the amount that was promised them or would not receive the money on time, and players would go back to their base and be calling and saying, "When can we receive our money?" But this was a class of people who were well aware of the money game. They knew how much Ghana was getting from the World Cup. They
Yeah.
knew how much money the government had promised, and they said, "Show me the money." And perhaps we have vilified them and turned them into villains. But you see, between you and I, now we've realized that Ghanaians are too polite with their money. If you've done the job, you have to collect
Yeah.
because
No,
you know
but
if you don't if you are not forthright with a Ghanaian, you take advantage of it.
yeah, but that's where we are having problems right now. Even as an Africa, that's why we can't compete. How many times have you ever heard of the amount of money a country, let's say Germany, earned whilst they were playing football before?
Because they are engaged. There's predictability. There's certainty. If I tell you you only get this phone, I know you deliver on your promise. But here there's a lot of distrust. The game has become very very money centered, and I think we've had less and less of it for a while now because things there has been a certain level of certainty. But when you look across, it's Chai. We've been playing hanky panky.
I mean, I know, but for argument's sake, do you think that players should be paid a significant amount of money when they play for their countries?
Yes, I think players should be paid a bonus for playing for the country. No, so because,
Yeah, but look at the figures we are hearing.
So let me explain something. There's money in football. Government is not putting money into this to go to the World Cup simply because we want to be in the US.
Yes.
FIFA has a budget. In fact, FIFA pays monies to the clubs who supply the players who play. So depending on how many, so Hearts of Oak will get some money if Benjamin goes to the World Cup.
Okay.
You get some money because it's compensation to the club for releasing their players. You also have to recognize that not all players are on the same socioeconomic demographic. So
Yeah.
somebody might be playing for Tottenham and making better money. Somebody may be playing maybe in Saudi Arabia. But some of these players are actually playing for smaller teams and making relatively less, right? So for some of them, this money matters. We are not saying, I think the key point is that the money should not be the main motivation.
Yes.
It should be the nationalism and the patriotism. And the money comes to
100%.
complement, because there's a budget. When up until now, government receives the FIFA money. We don't see any concrete projects that it goes
Going
into.
on, our football
So, of course,
structure is
the
too bad.
that is set up such that the players will receive something. When you look at all the teams that play in the FIFA World Cup in the last edition, everybody gives bonuses, although they come in different forms and how it's allocated and how the division is done. So I'm not against players receiving this. I'll tell you, I've slept in the Black Stars hotel before. When they came, this was when we beat Egypt by 6-1.
That was back then.
Yeah, and a lot of times, some of these monies they receive does not go back to them. It does not go back with them to their base. Now that family members know they have come, I can tell you there are family members at the stadium, family members who go to the team hotel, family members will pop up at the airport ostensibly to support you. But bottom line is that
They need something.
Can we get something? A lot of them end up collecting these monies and sharing them before they leave to take care of responsibilities they have at home.
Okay, that's a different perspective to what I was thinking. But I mean, it's making the Ghana football suffer.
But it's the same money that transformed the football. So again, let me give you a fact of history that prior to 2006 World Cup qualifiers, it was very hard for players to even get their airfare repaid. And I remember talking to CK Akono about their travails when he was captain, even at Billy's time when he was captain, where you buy your own ticket, you come, you pass your return ticket, and they promise that you get it. And sometimes by the time you are returning for your next match,
It's not
your
being
match
paid.
ticket has not been paid for. And for a player who really wants to play in comfort, you have to fly business class or first class. You can't go and sit in the coach.
Absolutely.
And then by the time you get down, Charlie, all your legs and your
that's
feet
a lot
are
of
heavy.
money.
So it comes, and that was the problem they were going through. Until the Black Stars suddenly had a bumper sponsorship, circa 2005 with Goldfields Ghana coming in, and money was suddenly made available. Now what that did is that it made it easier for the players to come and go, and it was easier to have a local player in there because for the first time, local player will receive dollars. Can you imagine how much of a motivation it was?
That would be for them.
For the foreign players who came as well, although they were making money, the appreciation meant a lot to them. And what that created was that suddenly playing for the Black Stars became lucrative and attractive. And people who said, I won't come and play when I get, and you know, you should realize that there was a time where if you come and play for the Black Stars and you get a knee injury, you're on your own.
Yeah, it was a big thing. It was a big thing.
Ghana will not take care of you.
Ghana will not take care of you.
People started realizing, okay, now they care a bit more. And it made things more desirable for the team. And we saw the results of that. We qualified in 2026. But look, I dare say that as the players play now, the last thing on their mind should be the money, because they should also aspire to want to be at the World Cup, don't you think?
I mean, but you see that they're not average Ghanaian. We are not too ambitious when it comes to our life decisions. So for them, it's all about, as you said, to have enough money to take care of home.
Yeah.
So even if they have to play 20 qualifiers and they never go to the World Cup, but they make their money, they're okay.
So especially because unlike us who can work for a very long time, for a player, actually, you're one injury away from ending your career.
One injury away, especially when we have football age and all that.
Yeah, and you know, the sad thing is that there are some players who's someone like Jerry Akamenko, his national team football and his club career pretty much ended when he had an injury on duty for the Black Stars. And for him, unfortunately, this was the final friendly match before the 2014 World Cup. And he went in for a time. I'm sure on hindsight, he would have just stood out aside.
If he knew better that was going to happen.
Because after all, this wasn't the tournament itself. And on national duty, and lots of them have since been ignored. Nobody.
So let me ask you this. For example, Benjamin Asare, who is from Hartlepool, right? Kudus is from Tottenham. Yeah. Do you think it's fair if they are the same amount of money?
Why don't you think?
Don't you think for patriotism's sake, Kudus should allow Benjamin Asare, because Benjamin will get the chance to earn a good amount of money using the Black Stars, but Kudus doesn't really need the Black Stars to earn a good amount of money.
So let Kudus collect the money and decide to give Ben. Why do you want Kudus to leave some of the money on the table?
A proof of patriotism.
No, patriotism means you are willing to die for your country.
Yes, that's a proof. Yeah. They are willing to sacrifice a bit of your money
at the stadium because of Kudus.
Yes,
he has to sort all of them out before he leaves. And
but you are not being. Kudus is earning over £100,000 in the UK. Benjamin Asare can only dream of that in his 5 episodes of Dreams.
Haven't you heard that the rich are more protective of their money than the
poor? Because the poor has nothing to protect.
Now, if you're just joining us, it's our watch along. We are sitting here watching Ghana play against Mali in Group I of African World Cup qualifiers. Remember that there are 9 qualifying groups. The winners of each of the groups will automatically qualify for USA, Canada, and Mexico 2026. Remember that the draw for this tournament will be done in Washington on the 5th of December 2025. Ghana wants to be in that pot when the qualification takes place. This is match day 8, and Ghana has 16 points in Group I, the same number of points as Madagascar. The Malians are further back in 4th place with 12 points. The Malians need to win. Their worst should be a draw against Ghana if they are still going to have any hopes.
That was a good one from Jordan.
Match days to qualify. Ghana, on the other hand, slipped up against Chad, the worst team in the tournament, who have just 1 point, the point they took from Ghana. So the expectation of the 30,000+ people at the Accra Sports Stadium is that the Black Stars will win. So a win is not just going to put Ghana on track, but it's going to replenish the confidence that the people have in Ghana. I'm here. We could see, we've been watching. The Black Stars have had some moments, but it's not been the barnstorming, domineering, threatening, showing you a dangerous kind of.
But that's the history of our Black Stars now. So I'm trying to watch the statistics between Ghana versus Mali. There's been a total of 11 matches. Ghana has won 6, Mali has won 3, and then there's been 2 draws. Total of 25 goals scored. Ghana has scored 13. Mali has scored 12. Wow. I mean, per the statistics, we should have an easy win. But with the kind of coach we have, it's difficult to predict. It's difficult to predict. I will. My bet is on players, not the performance of the team. I mean, I don't trust Jordan anymore. I don't know why.
Well, so it appears Jordan, and you mentioned this, Kusi, at some point that looks like the front three of Jordan, Kudus, and Semenyo are switching. So Jordan has moved to the left-hand side now, trying to hold up the ball and bring others into play, although he's not been very successful. It looks like Semenyo has come into the more central position, and of that attacking trio, it's Kudus who has gone on to the right-hand side of the attack.
But okay, I want to ask: do you think we are using our players right?
You mean in terms of the positions that we put
Yes,
them in?
because if I watch Semenyo at Bournemouth, he hardly plays through the middle. So if he's playing through the middle here, are we going to get the best of Semenyo?
Well, he's playing through the middle because obviously in that front line, we don't have a pacey central attacker. Jordan, you put him in the middle. Yes, he plays as a figurehead for Leicester, but he lacks the pace and he likes to stand on the ball for longer than necessary. I think the coach is trying to get a pacier player in the middle, hence this lineup. But I agree with you. Someone would have started Inaki Williams rather up front because he's got pace.
Absolutely.
But what I've seen with the Black Stars and when Inaki plays at the center of attack is that they don't play to his strength, which is to put the ball in front of him, give him some work. He's got a lot of pace and he could pounce on the ball. No, very often, they hold on to the ball for too long or they play to his feet.
Yeah, but Inaki Williams doesn't play up top in Athletic.
No, he doesn't.
Bilbao. He plays off the side, right wing and then his brother is on the left wing. Side, yeah. So does that mean that Ghana has no striker?
Well, when you look at our lineup, you don't have a proper striker.
Even at the bench?
Yeah, I mean, we are looking at the bench now. Who do we have there? I mean, if Joseph Pencil came on, he'd play on the wing. And you know, this is a challenge we've had to deal with for some time now. In terms of, and for me, it's not just about having a striker. It's about Ghana having a reliable goal scorer.
And that we don't have.
An Asamoah kind of player, but it's hard to measure up to Asamoah standard. Never appreciated, but he's the best striker we probably ever had, and the records speak to that. So we've entered the last 5 minutes of that game at the Accra Sports Stadium. Still goalless between Ghana and Mali. If you're just joining us, our special watch along, this is the place to be if you are not at the stadium. Let's talk about this. You can post your comments if you want to, and we'll try and read your comments as we go along. So far, if you were expecting that Ghana will come out of the blocks like a house on fire, that hasn't happened yet. The fans are still in good spirit and cheering and playing the drums, but the Malians have held their own. They've held their line. They've not really been threatened. Ghana is here to really have a shot on target, although they've had an attempt on goal. And let's see what happens within the next 5 minutes before they go for the halftime break.
But how many goals have these guys scored for us, even in this qualifiers? Jordan, Semenyo, Kudus. Kudus hasn't scored a lot of goals for us, even in this competition. So, I mean, the stats is not doing us any good.
Well, qualifiers are always, normally in qualifiers, you would see that a lot of the points, the goal scoring is shared within the team. I'll get you the stats very soon as to Ghana's top scorers in this competition so far. But you'll have to say that Ghana has scored sufficiently enough goals, and that's how come Madagascar, for instance, are second and not first. Because for goals for, in the 16 points Ghana has amassed, Ghana has scored 16 goals, which is more than anybody else in the team in the group. Madagascar is next.
That's a surprising stat. I'm asking myself, who is scoring these goals? Who is scoring these goals? Because Inaki probably gonna have not been up to 5 goals for Black Stars.
No, he doesn't. And well, I think sometimes we have to break up the stats a bit more because 5 out of Ghana's 16 goals came in one match, which is the home game against Chad, which they won by 5 goals to them.
Oh yes, yes, yes.
So the distribution is not as even as I make it out to see, although still Ghana has scored 16 goals.
So how do we score them 5 and then we go to their home and it's just 1-1?
Charlie. You know, I think it came down to game management, and that's you can see.
Inaki
I think
Williams.
at some point he'll pop up in the game. I think it came down to game management. It was not a very convincing performance from the Ghanaians, but having managed the game all the way to like 90th minute, you just have to keep the other team and manage the game. But they didn't do enough. So that match could easily have been 1-0. And
That goal, watching that goal I was very
you know, when
disappointed.
you go and win one, if they had won 1-0 and had increased their number of points at the time to 18, nobody would have complained because nobody would care.
Yeah.
But once you draw and drop points against Chad, who had not won a single game or drawn a single game, then you would come in for.
No, but you see, even if let's say Chad had a good performance on that day and their goal was pure quality, but then when you watch the goal they scored, the nonchalance of the Ghanaian players,
Charlie, they went to sleep.
everybody was just watching the guy run through. It gave me Man United vibes, but I mean, I'll not go there.
That's gave me Man United vibes.
But I'll not go there right now.
It was a softie. It was a softie. Ghanaian players just kept backing away, and in the end, they scored. And that's what's put Ghana on the edge. And I get a sense that there's some fear that has crept into the Ghanaian psyche, some uncertainty. People are sitting on the edge right now. Even as Ghana defends the ball, I'm sure people are wondering, Charlie, this ball shouldn't go anywhere near the goalpost. It'll be interesting to note that, look, if Ghana falls behind, how would they react?
No chance. If Ghana falls down by 1 goal, we're not. Woo! That was a Karius moment.
Yeah.
You remember Liverpool Karius, Gary Bill shot.
Charlie, Benjamin Asari giving you right there and there. Wow.
An Onana moment.
So just to update those who are following the World Cup qualifiers, Ghana is playing against Mali at home. There's a lot riding on this game. It's first versus fourth, and both teams have a lot to play for, and they have a lot at stake in this game. The Malians are bullish and confident, playing because they haven't lost in a while under their new coach, Tom Saintfiet. And
okay. Oh, how did we mess that?
Good build-up play.
Good build up from Kudus on the right. That was good. But Semenyo misses so many chances for Ghana, bro.
This is the best chance Ghana has had throughout the game.
Yeah, but Semenyo misses so many chances for Ghana, man.
Best of pace.
Yes.
Kudus.
Look.
He
I don't know where I can see.
Well, you have to give credit to the Malian player who was screening the ball because he blocked his path towards the goal and made him drag the ball wide.
No, is that a corner or is it?
It looks like a corner.
It's not. So it was a shot. No, this shot should have gone in the goal. It should have gone in the goal.
It's a goal kick. It's a goal kick. So there you go. It's a goal kick. Well, so there are 2 additional minutes that the teams would have to play. It's still goalless. It's not what people would have wanted, but at least they are not down by a goal to nil. There'll still be a second first 5 minutes for the Black Stars to change something.
Yeah, but if they are not scoring now, then we get scared. It will be like the Chad game. After the 1 goal, they went to sleep, and then by the time we realized, off.
You're right, and this team on a number of occasions has let slip leads that have cost us especially in the African qualifiers that Ghana did not.
Who is pressing this ball? Oh.
So the half is petering out. The Malians quite comfortable apart from.
But you see, look at where our striker is. Look at where Jordan is.
Well, we've already said that he's not the central striker. He's one of the 3. So
yeah, but then but if one of your strikers, because we are playing a top 3, if your top 3, look at where he is. He was way back closer to the 18 box. Oh,
Well, defending, you expect your players to do well on the ball and off the ball as well and give you extra protection. And that's actually one of the qualities that comes with Jordan Ayew. So, first half has ended. Um, it's goalless between Ghana and Mali. And this game will have to be decided in the second 45 minutes of the game. So, overall, Kusi, your impressions of the first half?
I mean, I'm disappointed because I feel like we should have done more. Looking at the bashing the team received from the previous game, this was a game where we could have made a statement of intent that we can really. But we're still the confidence in this team is still shaking. So a goal in the first half would have helped, but I mean, let's see what happens in the second game.
Well, let's see what happens in the second game. But it's ended. The second 45 minutes is where Ghana would have to show something. We'll discuss exactly how you expect the Black Stars to play in the second half, but in what specific areas would you want to see changes being made by Coach Otuado? Who has impressed you the most? Who has not impressed you the most? And where are the areas of weakness within the Black Stars team? And where would you say are the areas of strength?
I think if you look at the chances that we have had in this game, it has come from the flanks, mostly the right, because Kudis have had the strength and the pace. So what I would like to see is if we can have more pace up top and more movement in the box. So I would actually like Suleiman to be introduced into the game so we can have more running in behind the Malians and then more players in the
You mean
middle
Kamal
of the
Suleiman?
yes into if we can have more players into the box, then more crossing inside like the last chance that Semenyo had. I think we can come up with a goal.
If you're just joining us, it's our watch along. We are just sitting here watching the Black Stars play. It's halftime. A few minutes ago, the referee whistled for the end of the first half, and we are preparing for the second half of the game. Let me just run by you a few statistics, and then I'll remind you who is on the field of play for both the Ghanaians and the Malians. So, in terms of shots on target, none of the teams had a shot on target, but Ghana had two shots off target, including that opportunity that fell to Antoine Semenyo. And then also in terms of possession, Ghana had 59% of the possession. And then you had 41% for the Malians. The Malians in the first 15 minutes of the game had the bulk of the possession. And then later on, Ghana took over. But Charlie, somebody told me that when it comes to possession, it's like the guy who spent the whole evening with the girl, buying her drinks, chatting her up. Then somewhere around dawn, somebody came to take the girl home. And the guy said, Charlie,
Slow.
if nothing at all, I had possession through the night.
I mean,
You don't get anything from
nobody
having possession.
cares.
It's a guy who takes the
Nobody
girl
cares.
home, right?
And I think even now in the game of football, if you study their trajectory has been going, those with possession normally don't win the games anymore. Let's look at our master Pep like this for his teams now. He holds most of the ball, but he's not winning.
Even Pep is
So
realizing you have to
exactly.
score the
So
goal.
we won't. I don't care about even if we have 90% of the ball. I want to see a goal because it's a goal at the end. That's what will count and give us the win. So we want to win.
So Ghana had 59% of possession. The Malians had 40% of possession. In terms of corner kicks, Ghana had two corner kicks as against none by the Malians. The Malians they committed 6 fouls, whilst Ghana committed 4 fouls. Ghana has one yellow card. The Malians do not have any yellow card. But in terms of all of this, what counts the most is that it is goalless. And the Malians will be extremely comfortable. Just to go through the lineup, it was Ajete who is playing on the right side of the Ghana defense who had that early yellow card. He's playing with Jiku and Mohamed Salisu. Benjamin Asari, Accra Hearts of Oaks goalkeeper, is retained in the goalpost. Remember, there are 4 changes that were made to this squad. In midfield, you have Caleb Irinchi, you have Sebo, who is playing his first ever game for the Black Stars. What a match to be thrown into. It's almost like being thrown into deep end. But so far, he showed a lot of composure and control. He's playing with a more experienced Thomas Partey, and on the left, you have Gideon Mensah. Much maligned and much criticized by Ghanaians after the game against Chad. And in attack, you have Kudus, Jordan Ayew, and Semenyo, and so far they've been blunt and flat.
I mean, Kudus has been quite lively. Not the Kudus we know in Tottenham, but I mean, he's trying his best. But do you think that the formation the coach is playing is causing us to suffer a bit?
Well, it depends. We've seen him at times to use wing back. Now he's playing 3-4-3. I think in terms of the midfield, we are not bothering the Malians, and they've held their lines at the back. For me, it's not so much the formation as the application. I'm not seeing the Black Stars play a lot of penetrative shots.
Yeah.
And what I mean is passes in there, and I'm not. I know Jordan is extremely useful for this team when he has to be. Remember, he scored the winning goal when we played against the Malians away
Yeah.
from home. But it's become obvious that he's slowing down the other two, Semenyo. And one would wonder if the coach would take a punt by putting in Iñaki Williams with them. And you have three very lively players who have got pace, who have got some level of skill, who can move together to see if they can head the Malians. Because look, one thing I can tell you is that when we come back in the second half, the Malians will become more adventurous. Because as I've mentioned, Mali needs to win, minimum a draw, and they can't sit out to play a 0-0 draw.
And
because
now they can even take more risks because they have 45 minutes.
And when they start taking risks, I believe they are there for the taking. But the question is, when they push up against the Black Stars and we have a counter, do we have enough pace?
No,
decisiveness to be able to take advantage of that.
But how do we have the same profile of players as a country up top?
Well, there are options. The coach just decided to go with
where are the options? Who is the option?
So we go again. When you look at the bench, really, the major change that will happen in the front three would most likely be Iñaki Williams coming in. You have Paintil, who is quite pacey and at club level plays on the wing, who could come in as well on the left-hand side. But I don't expect the coach to be changing either Semenyo or Kudus.
Yeah, but look at the names you're mentioning. They are all the same profile of players. If you bring Pinsto in, he's giving you the same thing Semenyo is giving you.
Charlie, there's no transfer window. What you have is what you need. I know what you mean, but there are some promising talents and all of that. But this is what we have, and this is how we would have to deploy them.
Okay, I want to ask you. Like, if you look at this team now, where do you see the goal coming from?
There's enough goals between. Again, I say Jordan sometimes just needs a sniff at the goal to be able to score. We haven't seen that because we are not creating enough opportunities. We haven't even had a shot on target in this game. So I'd want to see this lineup for another 15 minutes, and then I'll throw in either Pinto or Iñaki Williams. Again, I think pace makes all the difference. I've seen the Malians and how they move and all of that, and I think that, and I've seen their experienced back line, with Niakate, with Fofana, and Diakite. They may not have considered in some of the matches, but pace will pose problems for them, especially because I expect them to come out in the second half.
But Sam,
try to get a goal against.
If you observe our lineup, to me it looks very defensive. Because if you are playing
a double pivots, right?
Not even that. If you are playing this kind of formation, your wing backs, at least one needs to be an attacker playing over there. So if the coach really wanted to win this game, you could play Semenyo and where Gideon Mensah is. But when you're playing,
because we are not playing a 3-5, we are not playing 5 in the middle. Normally, if you play 3 in the defense and you play 5 in the middle, then you could have wing backs. Here, you could say that in a way that these players are capable of playing as wing backs. But you have 4 in the middle. And Kudus, Jordan, I've seen Jordan come back a lot to defend.
Yeah.
But you don't have the same industry within the front three. So it's really a midfield without proper wing backs. And we've seen Caleb is playing as a wide midfielder. And Gideon is playing as a left-sided midfielder rather than a wing back. Whilst we wait, let's just have a run across the other scores. And there are 2 teams across the continent who have qualified for the World Cup in this round of matches. Morocco have already qualified now. Of course, no surprise, they were the best of the African countries that played at the last World Cup. They have punched their ticket with 2 match days to go. And I can tell you that Tunisia have also qualified.
Tunisia has qualified.
Yeah, so a second North African country has qualified. Mohamed Ali Ben Romdani scored the dramatic late winner for them against Equatorial Guinea. So they have secured top spots with 2 matches to spare, and they don't have to worry much about it. Elsewhere, Guinea-Bissau, Mozambique, Uganda, and Madagascar, they all back crucial wins, but none of these countries really has much hope of qualifying. I've already mentioned that Morocco have qualified. They defeated Zambia to maintain their perfect record. Group G leaders, Algeria could have clinched, but they drew. So, but the draw draws them, pushes them closer to getting their World Cup tickets. They drew with Guinea, and Guinea was their closest challenger. So having drawn against them away from home in Conakry really gives them a heads up as far as this is concerned. There are some mega matches coming up tomorrow, and I know one of them could see you'll be excited about, which is in a group containing South Africa and Nigeria. South Africa are leading the group. Nigeria is on 10 points, about 6 points difference between the two teams. Nigeria struggled to beat Rwanda, who previously were in second place ahead of that Nigeria-Rwanda game. South Africa is playing at home, and that match is coming up tomorrow.
I mean, Nigeria, they have been very disappointing in these games. Looking at the caliber of players they have, the leagues they play in, their performances in their clubs, for them to be third with 6 points behind South Africa, that is nothing to write home about. I think they should. How many games more for
After the latest round of matches which are taking place today and tomorrow, you will then have only 2 more matches, which are going to take place in the month of October to decide people's fate.
So they have 9 points to get to qualify. Benin
9 points, yeah.
has 11, and so I don't see South Africa losing tomorrow, especially on their home soil. And they are very dramatic fans. They have a very dramatic fan in their country. So it's going to be. I mean, Nigeria. There's no way they're going to win that game. So for me, if I was Nigeria, I'll focus on the next 2 games if I can win them.
Well, that would not do much good for the Nigerians because 6 points out of the last 3 matches may not be enough to qualify them. I mean, they are hoping that FIFA sanctions South Africa for fielding an ineligible player, but that decision is yet to be made. So your best bet is to qualify on the field. And Nigeria gave themselves so much work to do by virtue of their poor performances at the beginning of the tournament. South Africa, on the other hand, have played brilliantly in this competition so far. They have been one of the teams of the tournament, and they will deserve everything that comes with them. So,
but I'm seeing some interesting stats here. South Africa has lost 1 game. Nigeria has also lost 1 game. But the difference is Nigeria has drawn 4 games.
Yeah. When you draw,
and South Africa just 1 game. So that's the difference. That's the difference in these teams. Because even Benin has lost 2 games, drawn 2 games, and has won 3. So I don't know.
So there's a lot to play for in Group C. Those matches are coming up tomorrow. South Africa are top of that group. They have 16 points. Nigeria have 10. But Nigeria is not even, Nigeria is not even second in the group. That honor goes to Benin, who have 11 points. Rwanda are 4th going into this. If South Africa wins this and opens up their lead at the top of the table, they virtually guarantee their place at the World Cup with that qualifier. And there are also a couple of very exciting matches coming up tomorrow. Let me take you to Group D. Group D has Cape Verde and Cameroon. And guess what? Cape Verde is top of that table with 16 points. Cameroon have 15 points. And on match day 8, which is today and tomorrow, but they are playing tomorrow, Cape Verde is hosting Cameroon at home in Praia.
Wow.
Just 1 point separates them, with Cape Verde being top of the table. I mean, a lot of people would want to see Cameroon there.
Yeah, I mean, Cape Verde make a reputation for themselves during the last AFCON with the other gender they brought to a lot of men wanted to travel to Cape Verde at that time.
Famously, Ghana's first World Cup qualification was secured in Cape Verde.
Yes, I remember. I remember.
There was just a lot of celebration.
I remember. Yeah. So, I mean, that group, I'm surprised Cameroon is actually second because Libya, Angola, Mauritius, Eswatini.
Again, it's the draws because Cameroon actually beat Cape Verde in the corresponding fixture that was played in Cameroon. But when you draw, it could cost you a lot of points.
Yeah.
And it could cost you.
So, by just the point behind them, so I mean, you can't write them off
yet. They're facing off each other. So, I mean, if Cape Verde wins, they open up a 4-point lead over the Cameroonians. And if Cameroon wins, then you know that Cameroon are perhaps the favorites to qualify.
Yeah.
Let me just quickly touch briefly on the other crunch game, and then we'll go back to watch the game at the Accra Sports Stadium. That's in Group F. Ivory Coast, Cote d'Ivoire have 19 points. Gabon have 18 points. And Gabon is hosting the Cote d'Ivoire tomorrow.
Wow.
So any moment from now, Black Stars.
Were there any changes in the return?
You mean for the Black Stars in the
Yeah.
second half? We have not seen any
Changes-
changes
any
yet, but we'll just
changes,
keep an
yeah.
eye on it to see if the coach will make any changes. Let me just pick your brains on this, which is as far as representation for African teams at the World Cup is concerned. Would you rather the traditional powerhouses of African football and those who have been to the World Cup before are the ones who are representing Africa, or at the end of the day, is whoever does their job during qualifiers and qualifies for the World Cup?
I would prefer the powerhouse. I would prefer, because I mean, aside it being the World Cup, it's also another way to brand the African football.
Yeah.
And these guys have the right players that will bring the right attention. If you look at Cameroon, they have Mbomo now who plays for Manchester United. If you watch Cote d'Ivoire, they have Ahmad. They have good players. If you go to Nigeria, you have Osimhen. So these guys will bring the right light to the continent, and we can have some comments in it. But imagine Cape Verde going to
To
the World Cup. I mean,
You know why Cape Verde would
who
do
is
that?
going to watch that
The moment
match?
Cape Verde qualifies for the World Cup, a number of French players for the Portuguese national team who haven't had the chance will use Ancestry to sign up for Cape Verde.
I know, that's the fact. So the game has returned. The same lineup. Unfortunately,
But for those who don't know the start, let me just remind you that the last time an African team made their debut, which is their first ever appearance at the World Cup, was in 2006. And in that year, there were 4 new teams that played:
4 new
Ghana,
teams.
Angola, Togo, and Cote d'Ivoire.
there used to be Senegal,
But in 2006, 4 out of the
4.
5 representatives were newbies.
And
Teams
they
that had never
performed
been.
very well.
And since then, there hasn't been any new team qualifying.
Yeah.
In 2010, no new African team qualified for the World Cup for the very first time. In 2014, it didn't happen. 2018, it didn't happen. 2022, it didn't happen. We are back underway at the Accra Sports Stadium, and we are watching the Black Stars. The Malians bossed the first 15 minutes. Black Stars took over, but they had only 2 shots on goal, none of them on target. If you are just joining us, this is our watch along. Join us, have fun. If you have any comments, put it out there. We are just watching, talking about this game, and discussing what may be going on the field at Accra. The lucky jersey is yellow for the Black Stars, but so far it has not yielded any goals.
Ooh.
And my prediction is that in this second half, Mali will look for opportunities to score against.
And they're already doing that. They're already doing that.
Because the Malians need to win. They have 12 points. A loss or a draw
Takes
will not
them
be good
out.
enough for them.
Takes them out
need
of the
to-
conversation, because
They'll
2
need
games
to hold
left.
themselves up, yeah.
2 games left.
So the second half has started just like the first half started, with the Malians running the show and keeping the ball and running circles around the Ghanaians. This is where the pace comes in, because Ghana's best bet of scoring at this time is on the counter attack, with the Malians trying to
trying to
lay
break.
siege to where the Ghanaians are.
But I mean, watching the few minutes of the first half, the Malians look hungry than the Ghanaians. They're running, they're fighting for every ball. But I mean, our fellow Ghanaians are just chilled like Dada bees.
Charlie, the people in the stadium don't want them to be chilled. There's a lot of interest, and I can see that Accra Sports Stadium is packed so much that the free area in front of the stands has people standing there. That usually means that, Charlie, if you bought a seat, if you pay for a seat and that seat is very low at pitch side level, you won't see anything unless you get up and you come and stand there. And I'm hoping that the stadium was not filled to the brim, because yesterday the Director General of the NSA was.
Ooh, that was almost a goal.
Was that a save?
That was a save. That was a save. That was a save. That was a save. Who played that shot?
So Diarra, the goalkeeper for Mali, it's just kept them out, and this was a flash shot. It was Caleb.
Yerenchi. I'd rather mention his Caleb than say that. I struggled to pronounce Yerenchi.
Caleb Yerenchi. So there's a fair shot on target that Ghana has had
From a
This has come
surprising
after
source.
48 minutes of play.
Ooh, goal!
Well,
Ghana gets the
scored.
first goal. Ghana gets the
Malians are
first goal.
protesting.
Ghana gets the first goal.
Even the ball boys
Ghana
are
celebrating. It's a much needed one. It's a much needed one. A much needed goal. A much needed goal. But wait. Okay, there's no VAR in this, so we there's
So,
no VAR in this.
From the resulting corner kick from that Urenchi shot, Jordan swung the ball in, and Ghana has scored. There's a lot.
There was a little deflection by the keeper and headed inside.
So there's some protestation still going on. We wait to see
If the goal,
what
it
the
has to be
referee's-
taken.
what the
Hey,
referee's decision
you
is.
are in our home soil, bro. You have to take this goal. Oh, the keeper missed it. The keeper missed it. But was he hindered? No, this is not a foul. This is a good goal. This is not a foul. Arsenal scored so many goals like this.
So it looks like the goal is going to stand.
It should stand, else we are all going to the stadium now. Oh, that was a lucky goal. That was a lucky goal. Watch it. That was a
So
lucky
it looks
goal.
like Jiku.
Yeah, but you know he was falling down and the ball hit his leg. Oh,
He went
that
in
was
for the header and ended up.
Yeah.
I think it was even his knee.
This is nature
So
favoring us.
Ghana is leading by a goal to nil. Goal scored in the 49th minute from a corner kick.
I'm an unlikely
There
source.
was an element of luck. It was a fortuitous goal scored by Jiku, and Jiku is the last person you'd have expected
Yeah.
to be scoring for the Black Stars. So Jiku in number 23 jersey for the Black Stars has put the Black Stars up. And so when you look at the Group I table as it stands now, Ghana will be on 19 points, 3 points clear of their nearest contenders, which is Mali, which is Madagascar. Comoros would have 15 points, and then Mali will stay on 12 points. So expect an open game to follow within the next.
But Sam, let me ask your sincere
40 minutes.
opinion on Sibo. I mean, for his first game, what do you think? How do you
He's
think
shown a lot of
is his
composure.
doing?
He's shown a lot of composure. Helped immensely also because he's playing with Partey, who is a more experienced player in midfield. But it's also ensured that there's been adequate protection for the Ghanaian defense. I think this is where we are really going to enjoy this game because Mali would need to play. A loss effectively puts paid to Mali's chances of qualifying for the next stage of the competition, because if Ghana has 19 points and Mali has 12 points, that's 7 points difference going into the final round of matches. Their best bet will be to get one of the playoff spots if the scores stay as they are. But we have 40 odd minutes to play plus time added on. So it's no time to get to conclusions. And
I mean, we saw them do it against Chad.
When you sit on a one goal,
this is not when you sit. If I was the manager, this is the time to bring in the runners for the counter-attacking football, because now Mali is going to throw everybody behind the ball, so we need runners on the flanks. He will never do that. He'll play it safe. He'll play it safe
to the end of the match before. So this is where the game management skills of the Black Stars comes up.
Yeah.
Last time they failed in the game against Chad, when they should have just managed the game, protected their goal, and avoided conceding any goal. In the end, they considered a late goal. That would not be tolerated at Accra Sports Stadium. I can already see people chanting Canada, and USA. And true to form, the Malians have stepped up. They are bombing balls.
Okay. Oh, you see,
on target.
You see, it's already been just about 7 minutes, and the Malians are already in the box more than they ever did in the first half. Ghanaians, we need to wake up.
If you're just joining us, watch along of Ghana versus Mali from Group I in African World Cup qualifiers. Remember, Ghana needs a win to give themselves some breathing space and also give themselves a better chance of qualifying for the World Cup with 2 match days to come in October of this year. There's been a lot of criticism against the Black Stars for their failure to be the worst team in the competition, which is Chad in the last match day. They are leading by a goal to nil. Can't see that 49th minute goal scored by Jiku, an unlikely scorer. But Mali is in possession and managing the game. And at this moment, if your heart is not very strong, it will be a happy moment for you as we watch the Black Stars play. It's quite clear the Malians.
Yeah, they actually in for a different plan.
No, they are playing for survival. They don't have a choice.
They have to come in.
They don't have.
But you see, this is where the game management should really.
It's not only in Cape Verde, I find also.
Oh, Ghana, we dey try small. This woman for good at World Cup, so. Yeah, but you see, this is the time you take off Jordan and you bring in a runner. Because you see, when you bring in the runners, the Malians know this. So they will not be able to go forward like they have to. I don't know if you understand what I
I
mean.
do get you. That is on the offensive side. But on the
Yes.
defensive side, the advantage you have in having Jordan on is that he'll waste time. You hang on to the ball. He'll get you free kicks. You know. So people have spoken about the urgency with which Coach Otuado does his changes. That very often he misses the mark and misses the key milestones in the game. And I hope he wouldn't have to wait until Ghana, God forbid, concedes before he decides to make changes. He will have to check the fatigue level of the players because it's quite humid. And already there are some mini battles being fought. The game is becoming very physical.
Very. I hope
pushing
Ghanaians
players.
Ghanaians are very
all of that,
conservative. I hope
yes.
they don't apply that in this game.
Was it Kudus who was pushed over?
No, I mean Kudus was the one that kicked somebody down, and now
No, it's the one who was pushed over.
yeah, I think he just it was purely Mourinho tactic.
Stand before the ball.
Yeah.
Don't give the guy the opportunity to have a quick restart. So we'll see what happens.
But I mean, anybody watching this game now will still have doubts if we can win this game.
So there you go. Still the Malians. And the Black Stars will have to be extremely disciplined at the back, at the stage.
Can we trust them?
Well, we don't have a choice. We'll have to trust them. We'll have to trust them. But this is where
you see,
this is where the Black Stars need their 12th man, which is the fans.
The fans. I mean, the fans are doing their bits. They've been doing it from the first minute.
This is also an opportunity for the leaders.
Oh, that's a good one. You see, Jordan is not able to run. This is what I mean. See, this is what I was talking about. Jordan is not able to run.
But at least he managed to set up.
Oh, I need to investigate your agenda and your you speak to be speaking in favor of Jordan.
Point, maybe between 25 minutes to 30 minutes from the game, you may need to bring on somebody else because Jordan obviously down. But for now, you need a stability of his presence.
But he looks tired. That's my thing. He looks tired. The game is the tension is serious in there.
Yeah.
Oh, this keeper. Oh.
So Ghana has had another free kick. Couldn't do anything with it. At this time, the Malians are wiser to the tactics of the Ghanaians. Perhaps the Ghanaians have to come up with another approach to their corner kicks or their set play. So just to mention, no changes made by either side.
I mean, I trust the Malian coach. I don't trust my coach. So if my coach hasn't done changes, I'm scared.
You don't trust your coach?
No, I don't. No chance. Do you trust him?
and that's one of the key points here because Otuado is also fighting to earn a measure of confidence from Ghanaians. Confidence in him is an all-time low after the horror show that was the performance in Chad and their inability to close out a game that the Black Stars pretty much had sewn up with injury time remaining. If you're just joining us, it's our watch along. Ghana in yellow playing against Mali in green at the Pat Accra Sports Stadium. And although Ghana has had a corner, Ghana has scored in the second half. It is the Malians who are seeing a lot of the ball. I'll give you the stats for the possession in just a moment. Already you can see, well, you said you trust the Malian coach, right? He's doing his first substitution.
You see. I mean, he's an ex-Ghana coach, so we need to. Oh, actually, 2 changes. Two substitutions there.
2 substitutions for the Malians.
Yeah. They actually came in to win.
So they are number 11 and number 10.
So what is the plan? What is the plan?
is coming off for the Malians to be replaced by number 10. I'll grab his name for you in just a bit. That's Kusoni Diarra. He's coming on. Diarra comes on for Koulibaly. That's the substitution that has been done for the Malians. Malians are playing to save their chances in this World Cup qualifier. Let me just check the statistics for you at this stage. And,
Who is going for the ball? You see, this is what I've been saying.
and
Who is the runner going?
The possession Ghana had from the first half has been cut down significantly. Now it's the Malians who are having most of the possession. They have increased their possession all the way up to 46.
You see my point.
Possession.
Jordan is tired.
I mean, at
Jordan
some point,
is
that
tired.
substitution has to happen.
It has to happen. But it doesn't look like it. I didn't even see players warming up. You see, look at the way he's walking. I'm sorry, Jordan. I like you, but your time is up.
Let me know what your player ratings are, and as far as the coach's first substitutions are concerned, who you want to see on and who you want to see taken off. Kusi here is making no secret of the fact that if he was on the bench, he'll be yanking off Jordan Ayew, who got the assist for Ghana's game, because he's slow, ponderous, and appears a bit fatigued. But we've also seen that that's a
Sam, I want you to pay. Oh, wow, Ghanaians are doing good. We're showing Cape Verde that we're also a good team.
I can tell you that Kusi is not talking about the football. The beautiful side of
the beauty of the game. You see, I want you to pay attention to the game. If you watch on the right side, Kudus is no longer over there. I see him in the middle more. So Caleb is left alone there, and we are getting more balls that the formation is not working. Something needs to change.
The Malians attempting to overload.
Yes, overload on the right side
and do 2v1.
Yes,
especially because mostly it's Caleb alone who was pushing up, and you could see that with the counter-attacking opportunity that he had, that he didn't really have any options.
Option there, yes.
And he dallied on the ball, and eventually was taken away from him.
Jordan needs to be out.
So we played a little over an hour of the game, and we have about 30 minutes with some time added on to come as well. It's still Ghana 1 from that 49th minute goal, and Mali 0. As things stand now, the dream to go to the United States of America, Canada, and
it's still possible.
Yes, it's getting closer with 2 match days to go after this. But hey, let's hold our breath and hope that Otuado's team have learned from their previous experience as far as game management and game closure is concerned. Let me just also mention that apart from those who top the groups and have automatic qualification for the World Cup, there's an opportunity for a playoff. But that playoff would be a very long journey. That means picking the sole ticket in Africa and going to play the configuration playoffs for a place at the World Cup. Nobody wants to be part of that.
Yes. We don't trust our coach, so we don't want to. Let's just do this time. Oh, you see.
You want to do one touch.
One time, because this coach is not going anywhere. And he's no good, but we'll be fine.
We are seeing some misplaced passes by the Black Stars. It's not a very good moment to be giving away possession in very dangerous places, right? So Ghana leading, but not sitting comfortably at all, because they have spent 1-goal leads in the past, and the fans would hope that they would make this scoreline.
Sam, I know you are very connected. Can you reach the coach to make some subs?
Well, I would consider sending him out.
Okay, the Malians have a free kick.
Yeah, things are getting a bit heated.
Yeah, now they are fighting.
There's a lot of urgency. That was a free kick conceded by Gideon Mensah on the Malian player. You know, number 7 for Mali. And he is one of the substitutes who came on.
He just came on. He looks like a threat. Okay. Ooh, that was a good chance by the Malians, but it's off target. Still no shot on target from the Malians.
And that's the Malian striker, Sinayoko, tall, gangling striker. I saw him in the Nations Cup. Played really well, especially in that game against La Côte d'Ivoire that the Malians ended up losing, but that was not well directed. So the Malians are suddenly getting shots on goal.
Okay, that's a good one. Let's see what Kudus can do. Okay. Oh, you see. Ooh, Jordan.
Well, it's quite obvious that the original plan was not to pass the ball. He was setting it up for his left.
Yeah, but he saw Jordan, and Jordan is not fighting anymore. He's tired. Look at the way he's walking. Oh, Ghana. This camera guy has got an agenda, you know. The beauty of the game. The beauty of the game is Ghana wearing pink in there. Oh,
Because he's having a good time with the camera.
yeah, I enjoy those shots. Okay. Make something
Ghana
happen.
enjoying a brief spell of possession against the Malians, but yet again, misplaced passes, giving the Malians an opportunity to then switch from defense into attack.
Okay, this is not
which will
looking very
require
good.
The Ghanaian players to recover and keep their shape.
To be honest, I think that the striking needs some changes, because they are causing the defenders to get tired now, because they are losing the ball. Another free kick again in a dangerous position.
So it raises the issue of tired, reckless challenges, because these free kicks, even if they are from 40 yards out and all of that,
they are dangerous.
Are quite dangerous, and that's unnecessary for me.
Unnecessary, yeah.
Player as experienced as he is should not have thrown down the player.
Oh, very handsome player from Mali there.
Yeah. The number 12 is Camara. He's a captain of the side. Very experienced player.
Okay, let's do this. Okay, Kudus should just. Oh, Kudus has. The pass is gone.
Well, not entirely.
It's gone. It's not gonna work. It's not. The pass is gone. He lost it.
Should have released the ball.
Yeah, earlier. He had two other players.
Advancing towards goal.
He lost it. But the boys are tired, I don't blame him.
So it's getting to crunch time. We have about 20 minutes more to play plus time added on. It's still Ghana 1 and Mali 0. This is Group I World Cup qualifiers being hosted at the Accra Sports Stadium. This is our watch along if you are just joining us, enjoying our good conversations, our good observations on what we are seeing. And we are expressing our
both
minds as
in the field, in the stands. We're enjoying what God has done for the national team.
We are enjoying, and that enjoyment we completed the win.
We hope so. We don't want any last minute.
Yeah, Charlie.
Oh, okay. That was a weak shot, but a very good one.
So Benjamin Asare appears to have brought on his composure today, and it's wearing it. He's not really been tested. This is one of the few chances that the Malians have had on targets so far in the game. They haven't had too many opportunities to put the balls on target. Let me just check. In terms of shots on target, the Malians, this is the only shot they have had on target. And Ghana, on the other hand, has had 4 shots on target. One of those ended up with a goal that is separating the two sides this evening.
Ooh!
Malians swinging the balls into the box and on target, hoping that somebody gets onto the end of it, or they get a deflection. So it's either you get it right or somebody makes a mistake and you benefit from that.
I just hope they don't go to sleep.
Mohamed Salisu who cleared the ball out for the Black Stars. You see. So now it's attack for Mali, defense for Ghana, and Ghana hoping to use the counter-attacks to break. And so far, we've seen that the opportunities exist for counter-attacking by the Ghanaians, right?
No, you see, the problem is that there is no force coming from up top. Okay, let's see what Kudus can do. Okay, let's go. Let's see. Oh, you see, and that was what I was saying. Less numbers up top.
Well, look, what I think is that there will be more opportunities like this. The Malians.
So we need to change something up top so that we can make good use of these opportunities.
I agree with you. We should be seeing Iñaki Williams
almost 70 minutes played, Sam,
in order to be able to take advantage of these counter-attacking opportunities that Ghana is getting.
If we concede a goal, they can score the second goal. We can't. So we have to protect this one goal with our lives. And the Otuado needs to do something.
Even as we edge towards the 70th minute, and then we'll be 20 minutes away. The game is getting physical. A lot of disputes between the players on the field, Malian and Ghanaian players alike. And well, Tom Saintfiet, who is the Malian coach who's been bragging about coming to Ghana to make history, is in a conference of some sort with his team.
Well, he can still make history by Ghana qualifying.
Well, there's another there's another substitution. Lassine Sinayoko is taking out the Mustafa Sangare. Has come on. He's wearing the 18 shirt for Mali. So Sinoyoko, this is the main striker. His day has ended. He's not been able to score. And Sangare will come straight into the middle of the attack. So it's like for like. He's bringing new energy.
And
expect
into
the
the
Malians
team.
to just bomb the ball straight into the middle of the box for Sangare.
There's so much space.
But the Ghanaians have retreated and are keeping.
That's where the problem is going to come
keeping a
from.
low block and hoping the Malians can come at them so they can take advantage on the counter attack. I've seen some action around the Ghana goal, which means any moment.
Okay, I think there's a player coming on.
There's a substitution that will be made. Ado. We'll be tracking to see who is coming on for the Ghanaian team. This is our watch along. We are watching the Black Stars leading Mali by a goal to nil. It's not done yet. Many fans will be hoping that Ghana will just put this game to bed.
That's another ball in the box for Mali.
But right now, Ghana is a bit under the cosh, having to defend defend their goal area against the onslaughts from Mali. The way I see it, it looks like either Jerome Opoku or Iñaki, maybe the players, either of them is being prepared for the substitution, which will be happening very soon. I'm not sure who will be taken out, and that's Sinayoko.
Very handsome young man from Mali.
Malian boys are big boys. So Ghana has to hang on with 20 minutes to go. We are by no means at the end of this game. There's still a lot to play for, and there's a lot of expectations at the Accra Sports Stadium. Malians will keep pounding. It's going to be another 20 minutes. But you see, Ghana cannot sit back throughout this whole period.
Yes.
That's why they need a goal to at least make certain the outcome of this game. So far, how would you describe the defending of the set piece by the Ghanaians?
I mean, it's been terrific. It's been very good. They are not sleeping. But the thing is, can they hold on for 90 minutes? Because we saw them do that against Chad. They defended well, but in the dying minutes, they gave up.
They are going to consider, at least one consider.
Exactly. Ooh, that's good from Salisu.
It's attack versus defense at the moment. And remember, the Malians have some aerial advantage with some tall, gangling players. So far, the Black Stars are holding out in the siege. That is the Mali attack. But for me, opportunities abound a lot when you are playing with a low block under such circumstances because the Malians are desperate. The question is whether the Black Stars, in their transitions from defense when they get the ball off the Malians and they are counter-attacking, can be swift enough and be decisive enough. We've already seen a couple of opportunities. So we've confirmed who is coming. It's Kamaldeen Suleiman, who is coming to replace
Semenyo. That's a wrong substitution there. In my opinion, I think it's a wrong one.
Jordan stays on.
Yes. Otuado get problem. Why this guy coming off? Jordan is not running anymore. So why is he still in the field?
So first substitution done, it's Kamaldeen Suleiman wearing number 22 who is coming on for Ghana. Semenyo takes his place on the bench. It doesn't appear as if there's going to be another substitution immediately.
We're in trouble. It doesn't look good.
There are 17 more minutes remaining. You mentioned speed. He's got the speed.
Yes, but you see your speed has to have an end product. The end product is your striker.
If he had come on for Jordan, you'd have been happy.
Excited. I would have been very optimistic we can go in for the second goal. But now
to go with the experience of Jordan up front to hold that play. And this is Suleiman's first touch. Well, it is Kudus who tried to pinch the ball off.
That was a very immature move by Gideon Mensah.
Gideon Mensah
yes,
came all the way from there.
Very immature move. It's either you're falling down or you're. I don't exactly.
I'm not too sure what he was
trying to do. That was.
He nicked the ball off the Malians. He didn't seem to have a plan.
The good thing is the defenders are doing a good job, but for how long can they hold on? How long can they hold on?
It appears as if the Malian attack is quite predictable. They're trying to get the ball to Sangare in the very same way that early on they were trying to get the ball to Sinayoko, who couldn't really make much out of the opportunities. But
my take is, how long can our defenders hold on? Because the second and we are down. A draw in this game is not good for us.
Not at all, especially if Ghana wants to put themselves in a comfortable lead ahead of match.
Anytime somebody used that statement, it didn't end well.
And see, typically for a lot of qualifications, it has come down to taking out the calculator, right?
Yes.
Somebody described the Black Stars as a Casio team. they are trying to yank off the description of them as a Casio team, and a team that just gets in there like a boxer, gets the knockout and gets the job.
Yeah, but this one goal project will always put us on the line where we have to calculate. It started when we started going down with Asamoah and his team. When they started doing one goal project, and we've never been back again since then. And these guys want to okay. That's okay. Handball.
Crazy defending with 15 minutes to go. It's getting more and more nervous. And I pity those who are sitting at the edge of their seats at the Accra Sports Stadium. They must be living every single moment when the Black Stars are defending against the Malians, whose tails are up. And they have to do this the hard way.
But to be honest, on the Malian side, I'm sure they'll be feeling very confident that if they push harder, they can get a goal.
And they need more than a goal in this game.
Yeah.
They need a goal to open up the opportunity for them to go chasing.
Yeah, but they would rather a draw than losing the whole game, to be honest. They would rather a draw than
that. And
that.
a draw is a disaster for Ghana.
Yeah.
So the Black Stars have to show immense character. They have to dig in. I have said that it is in this game that the real leaders in the Black Stars team need to step up. Jiku is already weighed in with his contribution, but this is where you need leaders all around the pitch.
Where are the leaders? Where are the leaders? Show me the leaders.
And 15 minutes to the end of such a crucial game when you are up by just a goal to nil requires the utmost concentration. As the Malians continue to cover the Black Stars area, and they are not afraid to take shots from distance.
That was a good shot. I mean, the Malians must be feeling confident with every shot, with every pass. They're feeling confident. I still feel the coach needs to do some changes in there.
And that was the chap who came on for Koulibaly match earlier on for Mali. He had the opportunity with that shot which fished wide of the Ghana post. So after initial forays and runs into the Malian area, the Black Stars seem to have settled a bit and haven't really had a run on goal. Would you say they are getting too comfortable?
I wouldn't say they are getting too comfortable. I'll just say that they are picking the wrong way to approach the game, because they did that against Chad and it didn't work. So why would you do the same thing again? And the coach is not helping. I will always blame this coach.
Even if he wins this game,
I will still blame him. Because why do you have Jordan on? So there's no activity up top. You know, for the kind of formation he's playing, your striker needs to be able to hold the ball so your other wingers can run. But he's not holding the ball, so they can't even run anymore.
He's playing a 3-4-3 like Amorim, Robin.
my team. I mean, I don't think it's a system problem when it comes to Amorim, but I'll not go there.
Let's not
go there.
The rabbit hole that is Manchester United.
On Sunday we can have that conversation, but for now, let's put all blame on Otto Addo.
Otto Addo's Black Stars.
Yes.
As we inch ever closer to the final 12 minutes of the game, it's still Ghana 1, Mali nil. The goal was scored in the 49th minute by Alexander Jiku, an unlikely source of goal for the Black Stars. But quite apart from that as well, it was a very fortuitous goal. But hey, at the end of the day, a goal is a goal. Once you didn't score it with your hands, it's a perfectly legitimate goal, and that's what the difference is between Ghana and Mali. Mali have since then been on the ascendancy, have hogged the possession, and have dominated the Ghanaians, are sending a lot of high balls. And remember, this is the first time in over 6 games that the Malians have conceded.
Yeah, I mean, it's good for the Black Stars. But I mean, Sam, did you see what just happened now? Oh.
Which is the ball with
nobody chasing and nobody up top.
So it's quite clear that the Black Stars have retreated into their own house.
Yeah.
They are looking for crumbs of opportunity that the Malians will offer them when they lose possession of the ball to try to see if they can counter-attack. But as you have observed, that counter-attack is being undermined by the fact that Jordan doesn't have the pace. And at the moment, doesn't appear to be trudging back enough to help the defense. He's the sole man who's been left up front. Mali's attacking.
They have to. I mean,
And they have been given space.
oh, that was a good shot. That was a good shot. But then again, it was off target.
And the point is that he should not be shooting. Somebody should be closing him down.
Him down. Similar to the goal we considered against Chad.
So they keep shooting, they keep getting very confident.
Inaki comes on, and I think John Pinstall also is coming on, if I'm not mistaken.
So Jordan is coming off.
Oh, finally.
So the entire front three is being changed. Mo Kudus and Jordan Ayew are coming out. It will be Paintil, Iñaki, and Kamaldeen Sulemana. So it's a complete new set. Jordan is not happy.
Why is he not happy?
I'm wondering
Oh,
why he's not
I
happy.
wish I was off air. I would have said some things I don't want to say now. Why is he not happy? Even Kudus is not complaining.
He's asking coach why. He's not happy. He's not happy. But that's not showing leadership because quite obviously he
No. After such a poor performance, what has he done in the game to deserve to stay on the pitch?
Well, the Malians will make substitution number 4 and substitution number.
Number 5.
I mean, they have nothing to lose. They are throwing everything on as they make 2 substitutions. So Salim Diakite is on, and Amadou Dante are both off, and they'll be replaced by Osman Kamara and Musa Silla, respectively.
Now let's see what's gonna happen up top. That's a fresh legs up top. Are they going to also retreat, or now we'll see some action up
They'll
top?
have to do both because obviously everybody on the pitch has to weigh in as far as the defending is concerned. With the Malians carrying such potent threat at the moment. And moving
But
the
Sam,
ball
do you think something should be done with the midfield right now? Do you feel like you're tired? Do you think, or you should
right
maintain
now, there's
them?
no midfield because the midfield Partey and Sibo have retreated to sit in a low block in front of the defense. So it's just defense and then attack when you have the ball on the counter attack, and that's what we are seeing at the moment.
Oh,
The point is to try and keep the Malians out of the box.
okay, get on the floor. Yes,
Limit them to just try
stay on
and
the
shut
floor.
them out.
Stay on the floor. Stay on the floor.
We have less than 10 minutes to go with time added on as well.
Yeah,
Ghana can see the finish line, but after conceding the 90th minute against the Chadians, people will not sit comfortably until this game has ended.
in
Right
this
now,
same minute, that's when Chad scored. I think it was on the 90th minute.
It was in the 90th minute that Chad scored.
So we still can't get excited yet.
So the only plus really with the substitutions that have been made is that there are speedy players who in the transitions
Can hurt the Malians.
But these players would have to fall back and defend. Right now, I think Inaki is too far out in front. And it's the same thing with...
Yeah, but you see also the problem is if all of them drop back, we give the Malians the chance to push forward. So they then have more numbers up top and they can overload us.
And it's getting to the crunch moment.
Yeah.
John Saintfield is on the pitch side and he's screaming his lungs out.
So
giving
far, his
instructions.
auditioning is not going as planned.
Well, he
He's
said
failing. Okay,
he
okay.
gets history.
Okay.
And the history is slipping out of his hands right now because the automatic qualification slot is slipping out of the grasp of the Malians.
Okay, we are in trouble now. We are in trouble, okay?
attacking.
Okay. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Pass the ball now. Pass the ball. Pass the ball. Pass the ball. That was a wrong decision.
I mean, it's one of the criticisms that people have leveled against Kamaldeen Sulemana that when it comes to his final balls, there is a problem. He should have released
the ball because, I mean,
had options.
oh.
And almost from that restart, the Malians...
Okay, let's try again there. Let's try. There's somebody running. Who is watching? Partey. Oh, I need a Kevin De Bruyne in my team.
It's pencil against the goalkeeper.
This is
That was
getting interesting now.
Actually, a good pass by Thomas Partey. But you have to give goalkeeper Diarra credit because he read that to perfection and intercepted the ball before there could be any danger. And this is where the danger comes for the Black Stars against Mali. The ability to have the ball and hit them on the run.
Suleiman just always takes the wrong decision. He always takes the wrong decision. He always takes the wrong decision.
And that would be a free kick.
That's a dangerous free kick.
Gideon, at this time, completely needless. It's in a harmless position. He can't do much damage from there. There were two players. There was Partey. Actually, it's Partey who
I like that. Get on the floor. Get on the floor. But where is Ishaku?
Ishaku is not in the Black Stars for this. You know, he's coming back from a
injury.
long
So
injury
yeah.
layoff. This was an ACL. So according to the Ghana Football Association, there was an understanding with Leicester
City
that they will let him off for match day 7 and match day 8 and have him back in October.
Okay.
Because ACLs are career threatening and he's having a good patch with the 2 goals he scored so far this season. There is going to be another substitution for the Ghana Black Stars.
Sibo is coming off, or
it's Jerome Opoku who would come on for the Black Stars. Jerome Opoku is coming on for the Black Stars. We'll see who will be withdrawn, and confirmation of that will come. Malians have a free kick. The Black Stars are milking time-wasting opportunities. But the camera seems to swing towards Kwesi Sibo as the one who is coming off.
Yeah.
Although his body language suggests that he does not want to come off. And I have a feeling one of the reasons why Jerome Opoku is being brought on is because of his height.
His height, yeah.
Because we expect in these last stages that there will be aerial bombardment of the Black Stars. And here's a rerun of the goal.
This is a very lucky goal, lucky goal.
How did you find a lucky goal?
Watch the goal. He was going on the floor. The ball hit his leg. See, he didn't try to play it.
No,
he was going
he
down.
Seemed to have had the presence of mind to have swung his left boot.
Watch. He was actually watch it. He did.
He swung it.
No, he was falling down.
He didn't hit it.
Oh, is that half cramp?
So Jiku has had to step out briefly, and so that means Ghana would have 10 players on the pitch as they defend this particular free kick. We would want to go back on, wouldn't he?
But the free kick is in a dangerous position, to be honest.
And Jiku is an organizer. Jiku is out.
Yeah, he's out.
Jerome is not coming to sit.
Oh,
as an additional defender, as I feared, as I initially thought.
Okay, we're in trouble there.
Wow.
That was a lucky one.
Benjamin Asari's first major error of the game almost proved costly, because when you come out as a goalkeeper for these balls, you have
to make sure you're clearing the game. Don't be an Onana, please.
It looks like the Ghanaians are resorting to
injuries now, time wasting
tactics. Benjamin Asari is on there. One wonders how many more minutes the referee will add to this. And here's a replay of it. Of the opportunity. Completely missed it.
How do you miss this?
It's an error from the goalkeeper. He did punch the ball straight at the Malian number 18, and there seems to have been some contact.
Yeah, but that is not professional. But professional, you don't know.
Looking at Benjamin
professional
Asari,
keepers don't do these mistakes. No.
Typically, you don't punch the ball to the players who are nearest you. You punch the ball away from your goalpost.
Yeah, but it's even wrong for a keeper to try to punch with his hands open.
But there are Malians in the stadium.
Yeah, but unfortunately, they are not going to the World Cup.
Right. Well, you are going, right?
I will go.
We'll wait for the final whistle to sound, and then Ghana's victory will then be confirmed. Right now, the Black Stars are leading by a goal to nil. So Sebo is not the one who was being substituted. The look on his face suggested that the young man felt, Charlie, my debut is not completed yet.
But that's an excellent. What do you make of his debut, though?
No, I mean he's hardly put a foot wrong together with Thomas Partey so far in the game, and they've shielded the defense creditably. And it's not an easy thing to make your debut in a crunch match like this. 1, 2, it's not easy to make your debut before the Accra Sports Stadium crowd, especially when a lot of them do not know who you are. There can be a lot of tension. You start thinking of your Ghanaian relatives who are watching and how you have to impress. But so
But
far, he's
to be
done well.
honest, I think let's give some accolades to the Ghanaian supporters. It got to a point where we had to beg them to show up in the
I
stadium.
told you they are not supporters; they are investors.
It's purely about the
I'm
journey
just
to
kidding,
America.
but we have to give credit to the Accra fans. Typically, we have that. The conclusion has always been that Kumasi fans provide you with the support you need, especially when you need to win a match.
Yeah.
You need all the support you can find. But the Accra crowd have identified what the need is. They have identified what is at stake.
We have some Americans supporting. I just want to assume they are Americans supporting.
Yeah, you can see a lot of.
Okay,
non-Ghanaians
so
in
just
the
few
crowd.
seconds to the 90th minute, and we can start dreaming.
No, you can start counting down to the end of time added on. And we wait to see by how many minutes the match will be extended. So far, Malians approaching the referee, reminding him that some Ghanaians have been falling on the pitch,
Just wasting
and
the
expecting
time.
that the referee will add a few more minutes.
But the referee dares not, man. He's in our land.
He will add a few minutes.
I mean, he has
suppose
to.
add a minimum.
Okay, let's do this. Okay, give the good pass and we are. No, that's a wrong choice. That's the problem with these young lads, bro. Always making the wrong decision.
I mean, how on earth was he going to score from that?
Exactly. That was a wrong pass. And this is like this the third time these guys have made 6 minutes of added time.
Well,
6 minutes of added time.
I think it's just dessert considering how many
Ooh.
minutes the Ghanaians have wasted. But this calls for composure in defense.
Yes. Okay, let's go. I think you see, because of these runners now, the defenders cannot push forward anymore. Oh, I think we can do this. We can do this, boys.
Keaton.
Okay.
Now the Malians were protesting to the referee, expecting.
But that's not a penalty, bro.
Expected to have a penalty, but that was so. Look at this big tall guy.
Exactly.
Going down at minimal contact.
I mean, with VAR, this will be a different conversation.
But you have to say that it's dangerous.
Yeah.
Ghana living dangerously.
Yeah.
Anytime they allow the Malians to get into the 18-yard box. The objective should be to keep them from putting the pass into the 18-yard box. Even
But
as we have completed.
I
the
mean,
first
Sam,
minutes of the
it's
sixth
we're in the 90th minute. Have you been impressed so far? Have you been impressed so far?
Ultimately, I came into this game with expectations that it is not about how well Ghana plays. It's about getting the point, as we have seen. And getting the point is the most important thing. It's not being champagne football, Hollywood football. Ghana have had their moments, and some old failings have popped up again. Our ability to take chances, pick the right passes when it matters. Those things are still quite glaring. But ultimately, even if they win this by a goal to know, what will matter is that Ghana has breathing space with 3 points. And for me, in a World Cup qualifier like this, that's the most important factor.
But okay, so will this win give you some confidence in the coach?
Well, he's still in charge. We don't look like we are winning, but certainly it gives confidence in the ability of the team to qualify. With a 3-point cushion going into a 6-point encounter, which includes a home game, the Black Stars would be the favorites to qualify out of Group I, even if they haven't clinched qualification in this round of matches as many expected them to do. A win will put the Black Stars on the brink of USA, Canada, and Mexico. But the key thing, with about 3 more minutes of time added on to go, is the match management. Game management is extremely important. In your head, avoiding mistakes, and that's where they are now. As the Malians keep pressing, as I said, the Malians are fighting for.
They are fighting. They are going to give everything right now,
and they are continuing to take shots from all angles, on the side of the box, from outside the box. And we have half of the 6 minutes remaining.
We can do this. We can do this.
Kamaldeen would have saved us a lot of hassle if he had picked the right pass.
Right pass.
And if he had done, Ghana will be 2-0 up and will be more comfortable at this stage. But with a 1-goal lead, it's still what Manchester United fans will call squeaky bum time. Squeaky bum time. Everybody's sitting.
Okay, that's a
edge of their
dangerous
seats.
one.
It's a dangerous one.
Ooh.
Because his emotions are immersed in the game, and the Ghana goalkeeper goes down again for what injury?
I like that. Go down more.
There's a lot of gamesmanship, and the Malians, you can tell from their body language that they can feel the game slipping away from them at this stage, with just about 2 minutes of the time added on remaining. It will appear as if there was a collision between Ghana's goalkeeper, Benjamin Asare, and one of the Malian goalkeepers. And so he would receive treatment.
Ooh.
Minimal contact.
He better get back when it's just a minute away.
I mean, I'm impressed at how a local player is playing the gamesmanship,
Yeah,
doing the time wasting with less than 2 minutes more remaining of this game. It's still Ghana 1, Mali 0. Mali trying to get at least a point out of this game. They came here looking to make history. History has forfeited them. And so
okay. Heads up, boys. Heads up, boys. Heads up, boys. In there, that's it. Anywhere will do for now. Anywhere will do for now.
Just simply clear. There's not the time to play from the back.
Okay, let's go. Suleiman, start running. Start running. Oh,
I was
party.
expecting him to run.
Yeah, they picked the wrong pass.
So 1 more minute remaining of the time added on again. So Black Stars are just simply hooking the ball from defense.
Exactly, and it's coming back straight at them. They need to be able to hold it.
It's putting unnecessary pressure on the team when they are defending. Here go the Malians.
Okay.
If you are watching,
Oh, that's a good one there. Let's go. Let's go.
Painter has got a lot of speed.
Pick the right pass.
This is where you do an NFL-like running into a dead end, or into a.
Hold it. 30 seconds more. 30 seconds more. Hold it. Switch the play.
You can feel the tension around the field and in the stadium as the Black Stars look to go to the end. Oh, well, it's an offside. Many thought that was the final whistle.
I know.
The referee has not blown his final whistle yet. Well, I think at this stage we can say that it's as good as done. And Ghana has done enough to win.
Hey! Ole.
Taking that.
Referee, time up.
Well,
Ooh!
comes out, he falls, he's going to lie down for another 30 seconds.
We made it. We've done it. We've done it.
The Black Stars, it's over. It's
Yeah.
over. The Black Stars have beaten Mali by 1-0. Just 1 goal, but it's enough to see the Black Stars soar to 19 points in Group I. That means there's 3 points between Ghana and Madagascar. Madagascar have 16 points. Comoros have 15 points. Mali will stay on 12 points. And officially, Mali cannot win the automatic slot for the FIFA World Cup from Group I. They will just have to compete for one of the playoff spots. And from a match that dealt a heavy blow to the confidence of Ghanaians against Chad, Ghana has recovered to breathe some life into their qualification and put them on the brink of qualifying for USA, Canada, and Mexico. Meanwhile, the Malians are not very happy about the outcome. Are they still protesting about the goal?
Nobody cares.
There was nothing wrong with the goal. And one of the Malian technical men is having to be separated from the referee. And I'm not, what's he making a fuss about?
Probably maybe time wasting.
Or he expects.
Yeah, I think the problem is the time wasting, because I mean, even to the 6 minutes, he could have still added some more minutes, because there was some time wasting on Ghana's part.
Yeah, shielded and shepherded out of the field. Full time score is Ghana 1, Mali 0. Let me just run you quickly through some of the statistics from this game. Ghana had 2 shots on target and scored with one of them. Mali had 4 shots on target because of their second half endeavor. In terms of possession, the Malians finished the game with 55% possession, with Ghana having 45% possession. In terms of shots off target, the Malians had 5, Ghana had 4. And then in terms of corner kicks, Ghana had 5, the Malians had 2. Fouls committed, the Malians committed 12 fouls and Ghana committed 10 fouls. Ghana had 2 yellow cards, the Malians had none. But let me tell you, the most important statistic is who won the match. And Ghana won this game by a goal to nil. And for investors who are interested in going to see the World Cup 2020,
They're going to America.
They must be very happy. You are an investor. Are you happy?
I'm very happy. Man, them get a chance to go to America. So, I mean,
so that's how it finishes. I'm going to run you through the group standings for Ghana and just let you know what is going to happen when the match day returns in October. Ghana is in Group I. So just to again remind you that Ghana will go into the next international break, top of the group on 19 points. Madagascar have 16 points. Comoros have 15. Mali have 12. With 6 points at stake, even if Mali gets 6 points, the total number of points they can get is just 17, which is not enough to dislodge the Ghanaians in the next match day. Another win for Ghana, by and large, should be able to see Ghana qualify. But to celebrate, Ghanaians will have to wait till October of 2025. So we've won. How much credit would you give to the coach?
0. we won by luck, by chance. So I mean, the coach did nothing to deserve any accolades from me. I just still think that the team is still not good enough, and we can only survive our way through to the World Cup. But it will mean nothing if we go and perform like this. You can't play France and all those teams with this kind of gameplay. You'll be beaten to death. So I mean,
but at least fingers crossed for another month after Ghana beat Mali by a goal to nil. Let me remind you that 2 teams have qualified out of African groups. Tunisia have booked their tickets for USA, Canada, and Mexico 2026. Morocco has also qualified. There are some crunch matches coming up tomorrow that I would want to mention to you. Nigeria need to beat South Africa away at the Free State Stadium in order to qualify, or at least give themselves a chance of qualifying when the final 2 matches are played next month. And that's one of the big games coming up. Cape Verde is at home to Cameroon. They lead Cameroon by a point. If they beat Cameroon, they may be on their way to making their debut at the World Cup. La Côte d'Ivoire is also neck and neck with Gabon. Tomorrow, they are being hosted in Franceville by Gabon, and that match to a large extent will determine the destination of that particular ticket. And let me also mention that Senegal have a crunch match against Congo DR. Congo DR are setting the pace in the group. They have Yuan Wissa, who is spearheading the attack. He scored in the last match day. So this is by no means a foregone conclusion for La Côte d'Ivoire. So although Ghana has won today, there's still one match day in match day 8 for countries to play, to jostle positions and determine their chances of qualifying. And then we'll do all this all over again in October when we can really pop the champagne if Ghana can win one more match. Kusi, thanks a lot for joining us. This has been our first watch along. There'll be many, many more of such watch along here at Tata's Cafe, and we are that in the subsequent ones we can have a lot of you joining us here and joining us also on HLA on our various programming content. So on behalf of them here, the technical team, my thanks to all of them. My name is Samuel Bartels, and I'm signing out with
Blessing Kusi Ewa.
Charlie. Blessing brought the blessing today. The Black Stars.
Yeah.
So we'll see you when next we do our watch along or any of our podcasts. Cheers to all of you, and congratulations to the Black Stars and all those who went to the stadium to support the Black Stars.
Ciao, ciao. My guy, cut 3-1 for close space. Make